Who delivers your packages? Every time you make a purchase off the Raz, or make an impulse buy from the latest Instagram thrift store, or buy a pair of shoes online because you don't have it in you to visit the outlet, how does your delivery get to you? It's pretty easy. A delivery service picks it up and delivers it to you in however long it takes. Now the process might appear quite simple, but what you do not know is that behind the seemingly simple business of e-commerce logistics, big bucks are at stake. And a number of players are working the field to become the undisputed king of e-commerce logistics. Taimur Hassan investigates. At present, the e-commerce industry in Pakistan is relatively small. Although estimated to be a $5 billion market, the potential, however, is massive. Managing the logistics of delivery is going to become a very large and a very profitable undertaking. Currently, there are a few different types of players in the e-commerce logistics market. First ones are the companies like TCS, Leopards Courier, and M&P. Then are the companies like Call Couriers and BlueX, who started the courier business delivering documents and letters, but have made the very obvious pivot of making e-commerce deliveries only. But the real challenges here are the startups, or so they claim. The prominent ones are Ryder, Swift Logistics, and Trax. The summit is a clear one. All of the companies named here want to be the go-to logistics service providers to online marketplaces. Currently, TCS and other legacy logistic companies are on the top because of their sheer size and vast networks. But startups have other ideas. They might be at the bottom of the pile right now, but armed with technology, they're making the quick work of scaling the e-commerce logistics mountain, especially because they believe companies like TCS are inefficient and cannot sustain e-commerce deliveries. Companies like TCS have been around for a very long time. TCS, for example, started operations in 1983 with 12 stations only. In the 3 decades since, they have developed a sprawling infrastructure all over Pakistan and a massive fleet that has proven itself to be reliable. Now, new kids on the block like Ryder, Swift Logistics, and Trax believe that this is the core of the issue. They think that big players like TCS have tried to fit the e-commerce delivery model into the same model that they use for delivering letters and documents. These startups believe that e-commerce logistics is a completely different ballgame, and they have the tech to do it right. The big companies have the momentum, the infrastructure, the experience, and most importantly, they are inexpensive. The startups, on the other hand, are more accurate, they give a better customer experience, which is vital in the e-commerce game, but they are more expensive. Very crudely, TCS riders are not used to delivering e-commerce packages. Now normally when they deliver letters for banks, the delivery usually takes between 30 seconds to a minute. They simply have to slide papers underneath doors or place them in a box in bulk at an office. In the case of e-commerce, the rider has to call the customer, he has to make sure that he is home, has to keep cash for change, wait for the customer, and try to keep in touch with them. Now TCS has admitted that the rider failing deliveries is a big problem. Generally, the success rate for TCS is less than it is for startups. Legacy companies have the infrastructure. They also have the experience, but they have the wrong kind of experience. Their fleet is not used to or good with cash management. On top of that, e-commerce deliveries take longer than it takes for letter deliveries. But despite this, companies like TCS are the go-to options for online marketplaces because they are inexpensive. The startups, however, claim that in the long run they're cheaper because of their high success rate, and that multiple deliveries actually inflate the price of a single TCS delivery. And companies like TCS have fewer successful deliveries and their culture is not client-friendly. The startups claim they're going to fix it all through technology and innovative scalable processes. On the other hand, TCS wants to stay on the top of the game and is very much willing to undercut the competition. Who stays on top and gets ahead is yet to be seen. Regardless, the market has some worthy competitors, and it is going to be a battle worth keeping an eye out for.